Welcome to Keep Traveling Your African Story, the only podcast that shares the real voices and journeys shaping African tourism. I'm your host, 𝐸𝐬𝐸, and through my inbound tour operation, Keep Traveling, I've had the privilege of connecting travelers from all around the world with the magic of Africa. This podcast is my way of opening that world up to you, a place to learn about the people, properties, and opportunities that make travel across this continent so very special. Today I'm excited to introduce Julia Bishop, who's a director at Hodi Hodi in Tanzania, who joins me to share her African story. Julia, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, 𝐸𝐸. What a pleasure it is to be here talking to you. And by the way, thank you for everything that you're doing to try to open up parts of Africa that other people may not necessarily come across so easily, so that they understand some of the magic that we've got here.
Yeah, listen, I think Africa's like the most protected piece of hidden magic in the tourism business, and I'm just astounded why we don't get more people. Africa's always been my home, especially Zimbabwe, of course, and just promoting all of African tourism makes me feel good, Julia, so thank you for that. First of all, Hodi Hodi, is that the way that we pronounce it?
Yes, it's a Swahili word, and it means knock knock. It's basically, I'm at your door, may I come in? And the answer in Swahili is always karibu. Karibu in Swahili means welcome. It's a genuine African response to the hospitality that's actually in everybody's souls here without even having gone to tourism school.
Tourists coming into Tanzania, coming to visit Hodi Hodi or having booked with you, how are they going to get you? What international airline can they arrive at? And then from there, what's the sort of journey to Hodi Hodi?
Think of Tanzania as being a north circuit and a south circuit. And the way you get to it is Dar es Salaam or Zanzibar. So you can fly into Zanzibar through Doha, through Nairobi, through any of the sort of the European connections. Dar es Salaam, then you've got the same thing, but also Air France, KLM, as well as Kenya Airways. So there's plenty of the long haul, locally hubbed, or even Arabian and European hubbed flights coming in daily.
I've landed at Dar es Salaam airport or Zanzibar. Now, how am I going to get to Hodi Hodi, and what sort of time is that going to take us?
Okay, so if you saw a map of Tanzania, we're kind of right smack in the middle, center and south. Okay, so there's two different sorts of airline. One is the larger one, like Air Tanzania. You got 70 people in that flight. It's an hour, less than an hour. So you take that from Dar and you go into a town called Iringa. Iringa is our nearest larger town. It's a market town. It's in the middle of the Southern Highlands. It's beautiful. But from there, then, it's a 2-hour drive to our camp. So we organise all that. Collect you from Iringa, take you straight there. And it's a beautiful drive down the escarpment through some really lovely little villages, forests, plains. It's a pretty drive and a good road. They just improved the road, by the way. The other way is to go straight into Ruaha National Park. And that's where we are. We're actually on the edge, same size as the Serengeti. If you fly into Msembe, it's a Cessna. It's a caravan. That's more like a 2-hour trip. And you know how these things are, they're like a little bus. So depending on where they stop en route, because there are other places, you might actually do 2 or 3 little touchdowns before you arrive. You will get there, and it's fun. It's a light aircraft, everyone loves it. Safe as anything, these bush pilots are great. That takes you straight into Ruaha National Park. And from there, just scoot to us in an hour, but actually no, we're picking you up in the park. You're going to see all sorts of fun stuff very quick. So we also say, take 2.5 hours. We'll take you there gently. You're going to have a picnic by the river. You're going to see some birds. You're going to follow a herd of zebra. You're going to see a lot of giraffe. There will be elephants, depending on your time of year, all around you. And you're going to see some fabulous landscapes, rivers and mountains, and then we'll bring you to us. We're outside the park, so you have to go out of the park gate. You wouldn't know once you're out. It all looks the same. It's just a gate. It's seamless. There's no fencing. And then it's another 20 minutes and you're in our place up on the side of a mountain. If you go from Iringa, that's the market town with a big plane, same thing, nice drive, but you don't go into the park. You come straight to us before the park gate. So you've got the two options. They both work. The Iringa one is quite a lot cheaper.
Okay, great. So now we've arrived at the lodge. Tell us a little bit about the rooms, what sort of rooms you have, and the amenities that you have around the lodge.
We like to get you there with plenty of time with daylight so that you can understand the layout, so that you can settle in. When you come to us, you unpack, you settle, you hang up your stuff. And then you go up to the It's the main part of the camp, which is, depending on where you are, it can be 500 meters away. We're quite nicely spread out. We have outdoor dining, indoor dining, depending on the weather. It's usually out. A swimming pool where you can just cool off after a hot and dusty game drive. And then we've got the water hole, which today I just got a message saying we've got 30 elephant drinking. We're having to pump more water. The game comes right up to you. Yeah, we do have resident leopard, and we get wild dog coming through a lot. So you will be escorted back to your room, obviously, by Maasai guys with torches, make sure everything's comfortable and safe for you. But they're all on stilts. They're all quite high up, so actually nothing can really get to you. It's teak floors, teak wraparound decks. It's a canvas front, beautifully made locally. And then there's a brick built back, which is your bathroom and your shower. And that's at path level. The path goes along the back. So you're on quite high stilts at the front, and you've got a grass thatch. Everything. We made the bricks ourselves from our own local mud, cut the grass ourselves from the plains. We used the local guys from the local village to build it all. We had the tents made with a guy with a sewing machine sitting under a hut. So it's all very, very locally done. And the idea is that, look, we don't pretend to be 5-star. We never want it to be, because there's plenty of those kind of much more Lani places out there, and they are lovely. We're owner managed. So we're very much about friends and family. My staff all come from villages, within an hour's drive. I've probably got one of the best chefs I've ever come across. He's very talented, very amazing. He does things just out of local supply. We're all farm to table. And our manager he's one of those guys who can do spreadsheets and also entertain guests. So that's our sort of welcoming team. The thing with us, because we're outside the park, so we're not actually part of Ruaha Park, but our land, and I'll tell you now, 17,000 acres. This has been loaned to us by our local village. We pay for 30 years a rent, which in return they're doing their schools and their clinic and some agricultural projects. So we've got an arrangement, and they give us 8 of their guys. We supply 6 of ours. And we've got foot patrols. So it's kind of a community partnership with the villages. Between the village and us at Hodi Hodi, we've got these agreements whereby we've got foot patrols all day, all night, making sure that the whole area is left as pristine as it was when we found it. Obviously, no poaching, no extraction, no hardwoods, no grazing. There was gold there, and there's some really nice mahogany. That's all stopped. It's all ours and the village now, and they obviously get a big cut with that, and we help with their community projects. When you arrive, you don't know where you're going to. You might wonder. You'll just see a mountain. All of a sudden, it'll open up to you. You'll get the warmest welcome. A very, very authentic room, which is comfortable. Hot water with solar throughout. And then you get the best meal.
Okay. Julia, tell me, how many rooms do you have? How many people can you cater for?
Facing down the valley towards the park, on your right-hand side, 5 double rooms. They're all about 20 meters apart. They're comfortable. They're like 15 meters square, plus the bathrooms behind. And they, as I say, they've got a balcony. All of the rooms have got these beautiful views. So that's 5. So you're talking 5 couples, 10 people. Then what we have on the other side, if you were to walk to the left, is our family suites area. And then we've got 3 family suites. They're all 2 doubles connected by a lounge and an extended balcony.
Let's talk a little bit about the food. You've mentioned the chef being so fantastic.
Yes, the food. Well, grace to our location. We're right in the highlands of southern Tanzania, which is incredible farming area. So everything comes very, very locally produced. We get things like broccoli and snap peas and things that you don't usually see in most other places. And it's all absolutely farm to table. We don't do the fish unless we get tilapia, and that all has to be very locally fished. But mostly we create our food around the vegetables, actually. Your side is the meat. And by the way, our beef is amazing. We have pork, which is raised on mangoes. So that's delicious. And we have really good lamb. So there are very good local places that produce our meat. But actually, we're very much about what we get. We have some very good cheeses from local farms who are Greek and Zimbabwean, and we're actually really blessed. We're one of the best places in Tanzania for fresh local farm-to-table produce, and our chef is amazing. We're good on the food, no problem with that one.
So no one's going home hungry, right?
Not at all.
And
quite the opposite.
And no one would have lost any weight as well, correct?
Yeah, and we also pride ourselves on our picnics. You know, there's a certain picnic thing which has been done for many years, which is a kind of a classic. You know exactly what you're going to get when you open your Tupperware. No, we do the whole different thing. We've got a multi-layered warm thing where you've got your salad, where you've got your meats, where you've got your dessert, where you've got your sandwiches, and it's all done on a completely different way to your normal safari idea of your picnic lunch, and you'll be surprised every day there's something different, something interesting.
We're coming to the end of the show, but we haven't really touched on the animals, Julia. So what can people expect to see while staying at Hodi Hodi?
Actually, while staying with us, we are outside of the park, but the animals don't care where the park begins and ends, of course. And because we're on a mountain ridge, we've got a lot of rain falling down into, the various sort of boreholes. So when it's dry in the park, the rivers dry up and no one's got anywhere to go. You just come out to us and we're pumping water straight out as fast as the elephants can drink it. So we're quite famous for our elephants. They're very famous landscape gardeners, as you know. So they've cleared our area out a lot, but they've kept all our nice mahoganies and marulas and teaks and everything. And they actually come in for our water. We're all about Elephant Central. And in fact, our local village, an hour away, the elephants used to walk along there to drink from their river, which is all year round. And of course, while they were there, they would be like, oh, there's a nice watermelon, there's a tasty mango. And they were raiding crops. The village recently came to us and said, oh, thanks to the fact that you're now pumping into your own waterhole, all the elephants are drinking there much happily. They don't make the journey around to us and they've stopped raiding our crops. So actually, we've got a whole human-wildlife conflict thing that we've settled without even knowing we were doing that, just simply by providing somewhere for the Ellies to drink. Other than that, a lot. We've got some resident leopards. We're very honoured to have wild dog come through. We have no idea of knowing when they're arriving, but our scouts always let us know because they can sniff them out and see their spoor from miles away. There's 25 of them. They'll quite often take down a young kudu, once or twice actually within our area, so our guests have actually seen it from their balconies. They're rampaging, marauding, naughty, nasty, delightful pack of very, very fluffy, waggy tail animals. Apart from that, no, there's one or two lion. We don't have any prides as such. They tend to stay away down on the plains, but we've got a lot of nomadic males, like in 2s and 3s. What's interesting with us is we've got sable and we've got the roan, and they're two antelope that actually you don't see here very much. And we've also got the greater kudu along with the lesser kudu. So they're both there as well, actually overlapping, which again is apparently a little bit unexpected. And I think we've got the biggest population of elephant, depending again on how you measure it. We've had 5 just born at Hodi Hodi right under the bedroom windows in the last 3 years. So they're very comfy, very happy here. Considering the first 3 we saw when we arrived in 2017 ran away from us into the bush. Now they're actually bringing in to have their kids. We've turned that around.
That sounds very interesting, and I'm sure some guests that are going to come around would look forward to perhaps seeing a female calf down in front of them. That might be very interesting. Julia, I know that you've been very generous in offering a prize to a lucky listener of the podcast. Can you tell us in a short and sweet paragraph perhaps what it is that you're going to be giving away?
Yeah, and thank you, Rael. Actually, it's really nice to have this opportunity to reach out to an audience wider than that which I might normally be able to get to. Obviously, because of that, we want to be super generous. So the thing with Tanzania is you tend to get whipped around quite quickly, a night here, a night there, and come and see this and that. What we do down in the south is actually we want you to unpack, relax, hang up your stuff. We're big on our walking safaris because we're outside the park on our night safaris. So we actually want you to feel like you belong there and it's your home in the bush for a while. And because of that, what we want to do is extend your stay. So if you come and stay with us for 3 nights, which is the normal, we want to add an extra night absolutely free of charge for you and for your family, full board, and throw in the activities that are required for that extra day. We want you to actually sit there and feel it, get out there, turn off the engine, put on your boots, walk out with our guides, understand about the area. These guys have lived here for generations. There's stuff they can tell you about the plants and the medicinal properties. And then there's the baobab trees with the places where you can hide. And there's 1,000-year-old baobabs here. It's huge. And then actually just tracking these ancient pathways of elephant that have been doing this way before anybody. And we want to share that with you. So we want you to actually stay longer. So what we want to do is offer you the extra night where you can actually just get out there, absorb it, smell it, hear it, feel it, and just really feel like you're part of our landscape. And you're very welcome.
Julia, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Appreciate that. And we're going to get that out there to our listeners, and hopefully the lucky winner will take you up on that. So thanks again for that. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really enjoyed listening about Hodi Hodi and your beautiful piece of Africa that you have. Appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me pour my heart out to you. You can hear by my voice how much I love this place, and I know everyone else is going to love it. And thank you for extending your information to bring other people into these more remote parts of Africa. They need to be discovered because they're so special. Thank you, Rael.
What a knowledgeable conversation. Thank you so much, Julia, for sharing your story and for everything you're doing to grow African tourism. Don't forget, every week we feature fantastic prize giveaways from some of Africa's most beautiful lodges, camps, and travel partners. You could win your own unforgettable getaway just by listening, subscribing, or visiting www.keeptraveling.africa/podcast, or read more about today's guest by scanning through the show notes of today's episode. Don't forget to follow Keep Traveling on social media for the latest episodes, stories, and travel inspiration. I'm Rael 𝐸𝐸, and this has been Keep Traveling, your African story. Remember, a few years from now, you won't remember how much it cost you, but you'll always remember the memories you made. Keep traveling.